Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. The last week or so I have been on a mission measuring and accumulating storage bins and things around the house to really get everything extremely organized. We have many organizational tasks on the agenda all over the house. Well, I'm gonna focus on the nursery and my closet because it feels like nesting is in full swing. I just started the third trimester. I was really reflecting on what the most meaningful tasks would be to get done the next 3 months. And for sure, number one on that list is organization, because I feel like if I have good processes in place, it will hopefully be easier to stay tidy and organized, even exhausted and busy with a newborn baby. So I have gone to the Container Store and got a ton of new stuff, some of which I had to wait for orders to come in. I also sourced some things off of Amazon, and I'm really excited to just get things organized. I feel like that is such a good way to really elevate your home. Nothing makes you feel more scrambled than having like a beautiful piece of furniture, opening it and having chaos inside instead of everything having a home. So I'm really excited. I'll probably end up cleaning and purging a little bit along the way, but I'm excited to take you guys along for the journey. So let's get into it. Okay, the first order of business will be to get the master vanity organized. Actually, when we first moved in, I did organize my side, but I ran out of bins and then I never organized my husband's side. But regardless, everything on both sides will come out of the drawers because it would be nice to just do a little bit of a purge on my side as well. And these containers, they're the best, I think, as far as acrylic containers go. They're stackable, which I haven't had an application yet to stack them, but I have them in a lot of the bathrooms, in our cleaning closet, under the kitchen sink. And in most of those areas, you can fit 4, like under a sink. It works really nice. And they're low, easily accessible. They're really sturdy. So that's what we will use. I might also need some thinner organizational bits, like I have these in my drawer in my vanity, but let me take you guys in a little closer for a better look. And then, because I really like to get into the flow state when I do work, even if it's not deep work, even when I was in law school, when I was studying, and when I had my company, I listened to this app called Brain FM, and it's binaural beats, so it stimulates both hemispheres of the brain. It promotes those brain waves, and you really can feel it. It's magical. So that's what I will be listening to instead of a podcast, which I typically listen to on my walks. And yeah, let's take a look inside these bad boys. So you can see the U shape of these drawers. These square containers that I showed you will fit nicely on the sides, but we'll probably still need something long and narrow if we utilize this area. And then the bottom drawer is more like a shared drawer. So it has our extra towels, medications like tampons and cold stuff, Band-Aids and stuff like that, and then sunscreen and bath. So we definitely need to do something with this. And then the current state of mine is better than his. I already have these storage containers in place. I just need to, this is hair and this is skin. And I would just like to do a purge and then reorganize the bottom drawer. So let's get into it. We had a little bit of a sink leak. This is cut out because there's this sink pipe that fits in this open space. And there was a little bit of a leak that went into this bottom drawer. And so a label from a medication transferred, which is no big deal. We fixed the leak. I'm gonna use this little kitchen scraper to scrape this out. And then after I clean this, I'm going to use silicone baking roll to line the inside of this to make it more durable. If there's a leak, it's easily wipeable. We won't have this issue again if I do that. This I have used in all of my kitchen drawers. And what got me started on the idea was putting my cast irons in my beautiful new wood drawers. I didn't want that rusty ring. So these are great. I use them in like the utilitarian areas. And you'll see later in this video, I use a linen look drawer liner in the other spots like closet and some of the nicer looking areas. Okay, I realized that I needed to give a minute for that drawer to fully dry out because the silicone mat, you could see it holding in moisture. So once I was done cutting them, I just removed them and have the drawer open. So I'm gonna throw together a really quick lunch while I wait for that to dry out. This is my like lazy girl lunch. I just have rotisserie chicken from Whole Foods pulled off the bone. That's like next to their hot section. And then I haven't tried this before, but this is one of their like pre-made salads, and it has like all of the nutrition information on here, which I liked. And it has like chickpeas, sweet potato, kale, quinoa. So it's a really nutritionally dense salad. And then I don't know about you guys, but even when I buy takeout food, I transfer it to real dishes because I like the experience. I'm just gonna heat up a little bit of chicken, and then I'll probably just plate half of this salad with the chicken on top. I'm going to try using some of these. I bought a couple of random things that I wasn't sure if I was gonna use, this being one of them. So I'm gonna use this. I'm not gonna set it yet, but I am thinking that I'll use this as a divider to have a spot to put our bath towels, as well as maybe like 2 or 4 of these, which are little, really, really nice quality actually, baby towels with hoods, so that we can do some of that. And then our towels folded here for the baby in case we have him downstairs, which we plan to for a bit, we can use our bathtub. So I'm gonna first place the bins to see where a good ending place for this will be before I set it. Okay, now for my side, I already know it's gonna be a big purge. I feel like everywhere I've gone to organize, I bring this measuring tape in case I need to order new storage containers. The options that I have don't fit or aren't exactly correct. And a trash bag, because as I'm organizing, I'm also purging, but I'm going to go through this. This is my makeup drawer, and right now I just have all these individual containers in here, which are actually from my office storage at the rental house. But I just ordered a new, they're like custom sizing. It's a big organization thing. It's expandable and it has like all of these built in, so they won't slide and there won't be like all of these gaps. I just hopped on the computer and made sure that it was in my organization folder on ShopMy, which is linked in the bio of both of my Instagram profiles. That won't be here for me organizing right now, but that's okay. I'm still gonna take everything out. I'm going to purge what I don't use, which a lot of what I have is duplicates. I think at least should be duplicates, because I'm not a huge makeup person. I use a lot of the same products. Like I could probably only have 5 products in here, but it's nice to have a couple of options with like blush and things. As far as like eyes and face products go, I don't really use them. So I'm sure I have stuff in here that I intended to try and just haven't. I also have started to get a little bit of gifting through ShopMy like this, but I haven't really decided how I want to go about like sharing gifted products, because there's just so much pushing of product on social media, and like I would rather just share things that are inspiring to you guys, that then you go buy what you like, or you watch my content and it gives you ideas or inspires you to maybe slow down and pick up a new hobby, or you know, updates parts of your space other than collecting antiques. And I do also like my clothes, but I'm a relatively minimal person. Like I choose certain things I like a tank top that I like, and then I get it like 3 in white and 3 in black of the same exact thing. So I don't really know, like this is something that I need to think about long term, but I like just sharing what I have and use and love. So if I do get a little bit of gifting, I'll probably not share it. I'm just gonna share my like tried and true items, which I've been doing for a couple years now anyway. But anyway, these I never use. My OG are actually these Orchid Summer. These are like crayons, like fat crayons. And you just draw it all over your eyelid and then you just like smudge it. And they're off Amazon. They're like 10 bucks. Best eye product ever. Now, headphones back on, binaural beats, and let's organize. Okay, so this is an old Facebook Marketplace find. I had it upstairs in the nursery and I moved it down here to the master bedroom. Our bed is right here. This is going to be the baby's changing station while we have him staying in our room for at least the first couple of months. So I'm gonna put like a diaper changing pad here and like a little night light. But first, what I need to do is clean, line, and then organize the drawers here. And I am so tempted to text one of the antique dealers from last week who lives in my neighborhood and see if he still has those patina mirrors available, because I would love to put one here, and I will find somewhere else to put the matching. So I think I'm going to text him and see if that's available, and if it is, you will see that update in another video. Let's organize. Although this piece is antique, it's in really great condition. So there's not really a need, say, to line it, but it's more than anything to protect the piece. It makes it easily wipeable to have a surface like this instead of a wood grain texture. And it's just kind of a nice touch. It's definitely not necessary. I just find that this one in particular, this linen look liner, is like the chicest, sort of highest quality one that doesn't, it feels just as utilitarian as it does beautiful. First drawer is going to be diapers. I don't have diapers yet, and we'll see how things go. I think I'm gonna get coterie diapers for the like newborn stage, just to like help me cope and acclimate to having a newborn. And then I bought a trial pack of cloth diapers because I really want to try to use cloth diapers. Let's say I'll use disposable for the first 6 weeks. This is ideal. My plan might change, but for the first 6 weeks, I'll use disposable to help me acclimate. And then I will use cloth diapers while I train him using the elimination method. So we're gonna buy a little toilet. I think the official term is like EC. You guys could look that up if you're interested. Here is my little trial pack of cloth diapers. If I actually stick to that, I'm definitely gonna need more, but I'll put them here. And then when I get coterie diapers, I'll just make a couple rows here. These are those zip and Velcro Halo sleep sacks. And then these are pajamas. And these are all zip up, but I'm gonna get a bunch of magnetic onesies because I hear that's the best, especially like for late night changing. These are just plain onesies. I have more, so I'm gonna continue to load this up for like more like daytime, easy stuff. We live in Florida. If I during the day wanna like sit outside or whatever with him, he won't be burning up. And yeah, on to the next drawer. Baby wrap carriers to carry him on my body, burp cloths and washcloths, and these are really thin blankets because they're actually meant for swaddles, so we'll see. And this I'm gonna put on his bassinet. I just don't want it to get dusty in the meantime, so. Okay, also, I don't know if he's gonna like socks or not. I hear some babies love them and some hate them. So I'm just gonna put a couple back here and then see what happens. If I end up using them, then I'll make a little proper section down the road. And I think I'm also gonna get different socks, like white socks with a little terry cloth edging to them because I hear they stay on really nice. These are just for if he gets cranky while I'm changing his diaper, I can give him something to hang on to. And this, I'm already gonna switch this out because I think it's too soft to do anything. So I'm just gonna get an heirloom style brush, like a Mason Pierce brush or something like that, where I can engrave his name and he can use it forever. Okay, we are moving on from the little changing station for the baby and into the closet. My closet's not that tidy at the moment, but I did organize it decently when we moved in. But I just never put that like really nice finishing touch to invest in like the proper hat stands and purse hooks and like that sort of a thing. And there are certain areas that I organize that just, they're too hard to maintain. The shelving or wherever I put the item is just not that great for how often I use it or don't use it, etc. So I'm going to bring you guys with me into the closet. I'll show you the stuff that I got for the little areas that I am organizing. It won't be a full revamp. It's kind of a tight space. There's no window in my closet, so the lighting's not great, but I still figured that it would inspire you guys to organize spots of your house, give you some ideas, and show you how I personally do it. So let's go. Welcome to my literal dungeon. It's so dark, I'm noticing on camera, but right now, these are like my pain points. These are sweaters, cashmere sweaters. This and this are cashmere sweaters. And then above me, these three bigger ones are purses. I'm gonna do purses, sweaters, hats, and sweatpants. Here, you can see the hats are here. Those need to move entirely. And then this is sweatpants and sweatshirts, which I just noticed that I do like to be comfy. There's definitely an application, even in South Florida where it's like 90 degrees all year round, for sweatpants, but I don't pull for like my graphic sort of bright sweatpants and sweatshirts anymore. The really oversized one. I need something that's much thinner sweatpant wise, that's more neutral tone, can kind of be dressed up or dressed down. Like I can lounge around the house in it, but I could also run out and run errands in it or be on camera. That's sort of more the vibe at 30, I think. So I'm gonna do a massive purge of that. Fingers crossed that I don't regret it, because I was such a sweatpant person in the past, especially at home with like the matching hoodie. But right now, I mean, for the last year and a half of being in this house, it's literally just been a eyesore, a waste of space. And every time I try to put something up there, it literally falls back out. So let's dive into this. Let's go. This area right here, I have these for necklaces, and I have a mirror in the back, because right under here are my jewelry drawers. But I'm actually gonna get this cleared off for now, and I have custom jewelry drawer inserts where all of this that's out here will be able to go away, and this can be a little landing station for keys and to change out my jewelry using this. Right above the jewelry, these are smaller cubbies, but they go almost all the way up to the ceiling. I think, let me give you a better look. I think this is now going to house my sweaters, but I do have these for baseball caps, and I need to kind of figure out the placement for these. Okay, I finished up my closet, or I took myself as far as I could with the closet. It was really helpful to buy a wide variety of different containers. Just don't buy too many of them. Now that I know what works and what fits well, I just have a little bit more ordering to do, but the base foundation has been set in the closet. Things have been purged and reorganized into their new locations, and it already feels so much better. I know that this is going to be much easier to maintain, and it feels like I just got a major closet upgrade. So I hope that if you need to get organized in your house, that this inspires you. The hardest part really is just getting started. I did have to make like 5 trips to the container store, but that's okay. You can order online and order for pickup, so it's a quick in and out situation. But you do just need to get started and then commit to the process, and you will not regret it. So if you made it this far in this video, please like this video and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next week for another one. Bye.